my name is Sadie Macdonald, and I'm a 7th grader at City Neighbors Charter School. And I'm here today to tell you about the nonverbal facial expressions of the 7th grade. But before I start, I'd like to say that half the photos here are from our field trip to Assateague Island, and half are in school. So the island isn't just some random thing. So facial expressions can tell us a lot, not just about people, but about other things as well. This photo shows happiness. My friend Melissa is happy, and we can tell by the curve of her mouth, the way that she's smiling. And we can guess that she's happy about goofing off with her sunglasses. There are many different kinds of happiness. There's the I'm happy with my friends, I'm happy by myself, or in this case, the there's smoke in my eyes, but I'm happy anyway kind. When it comes to emotions, there are no limitations. You can be happy as a group, and you can all show the same emotion, but if you look closely, aside from that main emotion, you can always find at least one person that's feeling something different than what you're expecting. What is Princess thinking? We can see that by the curve of her eyebrows that it suggests thoughtfulness, but we can only guess. Is she remembering something that's causing her stress, or is she gazing at a cloud over her shoulder? This photo shows stressfulness. We can see that by the way Talia is pinching her face up, her eyebrows, her mouth, that something's causing her stress, i.e. the paper bag. The eyebrows and the lips really matter in nonverbal facial expressions, and it's through them that we express ourselves. These techniques can be applied to most people, and by using them, we can understand each other more. And if you use them to see things that others normally don't, and understand things others normally can't, then you can learn a lot of things others normally wouldn't learn. This photo shows aggravation. You can see that Timothy here is playing a game of Foursquare, and he's aggravated about it. He's not happy about the way things turned out. And it's so plain on his face that if you were to just see it without me showing you, you'd come to the same conclusion. Let's talk about sadness. Everyone experiences and will experience sadness in different levels all throughout their life. And this is exhausted sadness. This is saying, I've spent a whole day at the beach and I'm just done. No, but who really knows what someone is thinking? I mean, you can guess, you can wonder, and what is Carly thinking in this? I'd really like to know, and I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to ask her. Or you can have the not too deepful thoughts. Emotions can be abstract. They can't always mean everything. You can be just gazing off to the side. But sometimes it's simpler than that. Sometimes it's more like, I'm here, I'm being me. I'm zenned out, I'm peaceful, I'm just playing the drums, like Josh is here in this photo. You can see from his eyes that he's really concentrating on that. And what could Mira be pondering in this one? You see she's got a camera in her hand. Is she thinking about her next photo, the one she's just took? Look at the way her mouth is open slightly. That has to mean something. It's up to us to figure it out. Emotions are complex, abstract things, and they go together in a way that you don't always know. I mean, sometimes you don't even know what you're thinking, so it's kind of pointless when someone asks you what you're thinking. You can't answer that. But it's not always like that. Sometimes you're just looking off, or sometimes you really are thinking deep thoughts. It can change, and it varies from person to person. It's like in this photo. But it also matters if you know the person. I mean, I know Damien in this photo, and so I can guess what he's thinking. You don't know him, and you can draw your own conclusions. Because knowing a person really influences it, and it changes it, and it makes a difference. But sometimes emotions have no meaning. You can look at this photo, and you can see it's very plain. There's no hidden substance, and you can just sort of grasp the meaning. You know, maybe a joke was just told, or maybe they're just friends sharing a moment together. You don't have to know the people. But that doesn't mean that there's never, some deep meaning. There's never going to be a deep meaning or a hidden thing inside of the photo all the time. Sometimes it's just a photo of friends, and you don't need to look. But this photo is very complex. I mean, you can't really guess what she's thinking, and maybe things aren't always as they seem. Her eyes suggest fear, but her mouth suggests something else, and her eyebrows aren't even furrowed. So we have no idea. But in this one, we see that the teacher is explaining about a mallet that was left at someone's campsite to Timothy. And if you look at his face, you'll see that he's showing his expression no different than he would to anyone else. It's because we don't register the difference between teacher or student. So you just gotta remember these things, and if we learn more about them, we can be better people. And I'd like to ask you all to look at the person next to you. What are they thinking right now? Can you tell by their face? Does it mean something to you?